up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer Day with TK. Today, we're going to do a WTF Wednesday review. So for those of you that might be new to the show, WTF Wednesday is the one day a week when I take a beer that I normally wouldn't review on the show and give it a shot. So sometimes this means I do stuff from the big boys, the macros, Bud, Miller, Coors. Sometimes I do stranger beers from microbreweries. Today, what we have is Iron City Beer. This is an iconic beer. And oddly, I've never tried it. Anderson was fortunate. I think he bought me out the Icy Light that I did a video on.
The Icy Light and the Icy Light Mango.
Icy Light Mango was not a good one, my friend. Pete also sent me out that German one. What was it called? Old German? I remember saying before that the artwork on that was balling, and I wanted to check it out. So I have that as well. But we're going to do this one today. Where'd you get this one at? Because I don't see this on the shelves out here.
I actually found this at Jungle Gyms. I mean, even though when I go to the Pittsburgh pretty regularly, I don't see it that often. Or at all, really. I mean, I've been looking for it for a while because I know you'd mentioned you hadn't had it before, and I realized I haven't either.
For those of you who don't know about Jungle Gyms, it's a huge store down in Cincinnati. I know Rod J's done some videos. I think he did one a couple days ago where he was actually at Jungle Gyms picking up some beers. But they've got everything, right?
Yeah, and it's really cool that you can go in, grab a pint of beer, and then shop for your beers.
That sounds dangerous. If I could do that, I'd probably just be chilling all day, drinking beers and buying more beers. It'd be a dangerous combination there. Anyway, this beer here is made by the Pittsburgh Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 4.7% ABV. As far as the ratings, it does not great. Not the greatest in the world. Untapped 2.92. Just kind of serviceable. I kind of view 3 as my go-to ranking. If something's okay, they get a 3 out of 5. And then you kind of adjust up or down. I know people score in different ways, but that's my theory of how we do the ratings. Beer Advocate, 2.53. I mean, again, no big surprise there. I expected on Beer Advocate it would probably get roasted a little more than Untapped. What's kind of weird, feel this bottle, man. Feels like it's flat on the sides.
It kind of does. But, I mean, if you look at all these beer rating apps, it's a lot of people that are into all the crazy beers, and this is kind of your working class, working man's lager. So,
well, I mean, we've had this discussion, though, before, right? Like, obviously it's not meant to match up with like the lunch beer we did that's a 97 world class. I mean, This is what it is. It's probably $1.50 or something, and I mean it's I guess
Pittsburgh
comparable to the macros.
Pittsburgh was a big steel city, and this is what you drink after you got out of the steel mill.
Yeah. Now it's kind of cool. The cap has Iron City 61 on here, so I guess this brewery is from 1861. It says brewed in Latrobe, PA, by the Pittsburgh Brewing Company. So I'm guessing they took over the Rolling Rock,
maybe.
Yeah. I thought they shipped Rolling Rock off to somewhere else. It's being bottled somewhere else. It's not in Latrobe anymore.
You might be right.
Might be New Jersey or somewhere like that, which would be the ultimate insult, I guess, if you ship it from the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to the People's Republic of New Jersey, and you ship it from the original Latrobe Brewery and send it elsewhere. They must be up in arms about that one. But hey, I guess it is what it is. Ready to give this a shot?
Absolutely.
Think it's a twist, or do I need the bottle opener?
I think it's a twist.
So do I. Let's see.
No,
it's not.
Wow.
Big surprise there. That's a shocker.
I absolutely would have thought it was a twist. Do you remember where the others are twist?
The other two I had were cans. The Icy Light and Mango were both cans.
The Mango was a bottle, wasn't it?
I still got it floating around here somewhere.
Did I bring you a six-pack?
Oh, no, the Mango was... Yeah, you're right. That one was a 6-pack of bottles. Because I think I sent one to Pete. Because he said he'd never seen it. I just threw that in there. The other one was a can, though. All right, let's give this a shot.
Oh, right, because it had all the pennants on it.
Yeah. It had all the, like the Steelers and Penguins and all that.
Right.
Man, that's got a ton of carbonation.
Yeah, it does. And those are big bubbles, too.
Yeah.
Nice frothy head.
I'm guessing there's some adjunct goodness here.
I mean, that is crystal clear.
Yeah. All right. Let's try to get a little bit of head on it.
You can see right through that.
Yeah. Almost looks like an apple juice or something.
It does.
It's so clear,
It does.
doesn't it? As to color, if I'm using my SRM chart here from Brew HQ, is that a 2 maybe?
Yeah, I was saying a 2.
It's really, really light, kind of pale yellow color, pale straw. Ton of carbonation in there, a lot of bubbles going on. Kind of, champagne of beers-esque there going.
The head's dissipating rather quickly.
Yeah, as soon as you pour it, it kind of disappears. Kind of like a, white soapy head that disappears real quick.
Those are some large bubbles.
Yeah. You want to give it a sniff?
Sure.
It's an odd smell. I was expecting the corn sweetness, but there's something else going on there.
Yeah, I kind of expected like that typical adjunct lager smell, and it's just not there.
You know what this smells like? Like if you were to just generically say, what does beer smell like? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This is like, I think, what all my carpets smell like at my house in college.
Stale beer?
Yeah.
Stale beer?
Listen, when I was in college, if you walk through our carpet, we used to have big keggers or whatever, right? Go through a couple kegs a night. If you walk through there barefoot and you stepped on the carpets, beer would seep up between your toes. It was absolutely repugnant. I used to stay at my girlfriend's because I couldn't mess with that. I couldn't live in filth like that. Although my buddies did. It was kind of the party house, but that's what it reminds me of, just kind of generic beer.
But that's what happens when you're in college.
Yeah, some of us, right? Some of us. Other kids work hard, like my son. He's working hard and studying. We were out in the bars in BG last night, and my son was home studying, probably playing games,
probably playing
whatever.
Dungeons and Dragons or playing his bass, one or the other.
Yeah, doing something. But yeah, it smells all right. Let's give it a shot, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
The taste is equally strange.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as sweet as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to be kind of like the sweet corn kind of taste. And you do get a little bit of that kind of adjunct sweetness.
I mean, there is some
not
corn
overpowering
flavor there almost.
Mm. You also get like I'm guessing, I know it said it was brewed with barley malt. You get a little bit of an odd malt taste, but it really doesn't taste like most malts that I'm used to. Now, and it could just be because this is more of a macro style beer that it's.
But none of these flavors are offensive either.
No, they're not. They're not. Has a little bit of honestly, a little bit of a slight hoppy aftertaste. Like when you drink it, there's a little bit of hops to it, which I think is better than some of the other macros that are out there. Like I said, ratings-wise, this got a 61 pour on Beer Advocate. I don't know what I feel about this. I don't think that it's great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not undrinkable. It's not
I can't
bad.
really place the flavor totally, but you're right. There is some little bit of hop in there.
Yeah, you feel a little bit of a slight bitterness at the end.
But there's a whole long list of beers that I would rather have this than.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I would take this over Bud Miller, Coors, the big boys. I would take this over Labatt and probably Molson.
Most adjunct lagers, I would take this one over.
Yeah. What do you think, man? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or man? We've created the man category now.
I give it a thumbs up. I'd absolutely buy another one of these, depending on the situation. I mean,
yeah.
When you go to a bar that doesn't have the craft selection, if this is on the list, it would be my go-to beer.
Yeah, you know what? It kind of reminds me of like Yingling. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people bash it because it's not a super high-end craft beer, and I think this is probably similar. Is a 61 pour score accurate? Yeah, maybe. I think it's probably slightly better now. I'd probably go 70 or something. If I'm using, look, I'm a professor, right? I'm using the grading scale. 70 is like a C. To me, this is like a C. It's drinkable. It's not great by any stretch, but you could certainly do worse. If I was at a game watching the Philly teams beat up on the Pittsburgh teams, I would drink a bunch of these and celebrate Philly victories for sure.
Or if you walked into the local corner bar where your blue collar workers are, and they just have that kind of beer selection.
Yeah.
And this is there.
I'd take this over Miller or all that stuff any day of the week.
Absolutely.
So, thumbs up for me.
Me too.
Surprisingly, Iron City Beer, 2 big thumbs up on this WTF Wednesday. If you liked the video...
I didn't expect that, did you?
No, I didn't. I thought it was going to suck, to be honest, because the Icy Light sucked, and the mango was abysmal. That was just not for me. But hopefully, if you guys liked the video, you give us a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you had Iron City Beer? Let me know what you think of it. Hit the comments there. Hey, till next time. Cheers.